Avi Zeev, our Ombudsperson of the Year honoree, shared his thoughts with us on ethics and privacy in emerging technologies.
I think I remember Jeff Bezos had a really interesting quote that said, good intentions are not enough. You might think that you're being ethical and making decisions for the right reasons, but it's really the data that drives things. It tells us whether things are going to be good or not good. And in many cases, it's the business models that are going to decide whether these things are helpful or harmful to society. The business models are essentially what companies choose to fund themselves. They pick their business model, sometimes they evolve. And by choosing certain business models, companies can dig themselves into certain holes where they have to keep digging that same hole in order to make more money to satisfy their investors and have growth of whatever, 20% a year. And they may go deeper and deeper into a hole, which is not where they intended to be, but is not a good place to be. And I think an example of that is, in my opinion, the ad-driven business model. That there's nothing inherently evil about ads themselves. They're essentially a form of First Amendment free speech. And they ostensibly tell you about products. But when we combine the advertising model with all this deep data collection that we've seen on social networks, right? Not to name anyone specifically right now, but you know what we're talking about. They're collecting this data and they're using it to pick the ads that are going to be the most persuasive, and they can charge the most money for those. And it seems all legit, like, okay, they're picking the ads, maybe we get to see better ads. But the more data they know, the more they're going to be able to pick the ads that are actually going to move us, to essentially manipulate us to buy the things that they want us to buy, as opposed to just serving us the ads that we might be interested in. And that's the danger with XR technology. It's so personal and so invasive. When you talk about eye tracking plus front-facing cameras can tell what we're looking at, and they effectively make a like button for the world. You don't have to click like anymore. The system's going to know what you like. It's going to know who you like. It's going to know your sexual orientation. It's going to know all sorts of things about you. And combining that with emotional sensors that can tell whether we're excited or bored or happy or sad, the more insights the companies can gain into our emotional state, the more that they can prime us for advertising that's emotionally manipulative. And that is a place where we start to lose autonomy. We start to lose our freedom of thought. And this is a real danger. It's not just exaggerated. The danger is that after many years of XR, we become so used to this that we don't even know it's happening. In fact, today we almost don't know what's happening. When we see a commercial that might be emotionally manipulative, we engage with it, but we don't know why. We don't know why it's been pushing our buttons. And in the future, what we're looking at is a company can, or an algorithm at least, can know what our buttons are, can know what upsets us and what excites us, push those buttons, and then rapid fire get us to make decisions that are not in our own best interest, that are in the interest of the advertisers. And that's a long way of saying we're in deep doo-doo if we let these companies continue with the current advertising model plus new technology.
So thank you so much for taking the time today. Thank you for the work that you're contributing to the community, and congratulations again on being this year's honoree for Ombudsperson of the Year. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much.